Back out here in the shop today. Got the motor up on the stand, just pulled the flex plate off so I don't have to do that later. Gonna get started by getting the water drained out of the bottom so I don't make a mess later on. And then probably start just from the top and work our way down, get the valve covers and the intake off and see if we can see anything that would have been making that squeaking noise. And then we'll go from there. Got this thing torn down as far as you see here. The only thing I found so far is this lifter, which is number 5, I guess. I don't know if you can see it. That's too bright. But it's got some stuff stuck on it. And I'm wondering if that's where the squeak was coming from that we was hearing in the motor. Also finding a lot of chunks of stuff. It looks like old.
Here's a piece.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure if that's like an old gasket or what that is. So it could have been running this through there and getting stuck on the lifters. Not sure. There's some here and there's some in this head, but I guess we'll keep going and see what we find out. Alright, got the heads torn off, got a couple more issues. You can see here, got a little mark in the soot on the piston, which doesn't look ideal. It's on this one, and then one on the other side has the same mark. You can see it real good here. Move your flashlight, please. Yeah, so it's got looks like the valves were touching the piston, so we'll have to check the heads out, make sure nothing's bent. I'm not sure what would have caused that, unless maybe there's way too much slop in the timing chain, but still, I don't know. Got the motor turned over, pulled the water pump and stuff off of it. Haven't pulled the harmonic balancer off yet because I can't find the puller, but hopefully I'll find that soon. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil pan off of it and see if there's any more surprises in there. Update, I did buy a pan to put under the engine stand, and so far it's working really good until I kick it and that all falls on the floor. So we'll go ahead and get this oil pan pulled off and see if there's anything else in there. Okay, we got the cam cover off and the cam. Found the puller. Didn't record taking that off, but found something weird. There was a leaf inside with the cam, and I'm not sure how that would have got in there. But if you look at the cam, some of these lobes don't look real good, so not real sure what was going on. The bearings actually look really good, so might not have to worry about those. But now that we got that out, probably pull these main caps off and see how the crank and the rods look, and go from there. Okay, got the rods out of the block, didn't record anything. The crank doesn't look too bad. Might polish it a little bit, but found out I think what was causing the squeaking issue. Pulled all the pistons out, and 1, 3, 5, and 7 all had the first ring, or the top ring, was broken. Some into 2 pieces and some into 3 pieces. So that's probably why it was squeaking. Not really sure why that would have happened. The pistons looked okay. We'll clean them up and double check, but 2, 4, 6, and 8 all were fine, and then all the even numbered cylinders were broken half. Odd number, sorry. But so that at least makes me feel better, because I know what was making the motor squeak when it was running. Doesn't make me feel better that I bought a motor that I have to rebuild that was supposed to be good. So got the crank out of the big block, didn't find anything really concerning. A little bit of wear on the bearings, but nothing that won't clean up. Crank is sitting over here on the table. That's the biggest concern, is whether or not the table will fall over, because it does fold in the middle. But everything's laid out, ready to start cleaning everything up, so we can get this thing put back together. Been out here doing a little bit of cleaning on these parts. Got the pistons all pretty much cleaned up. Just been using a tub full of gasoline. But anyways, got all the way to number 6 whenever I found this rod right here. Doesn't look quite right to me, so I thought I'd hold it up against a regular one or another one and see how that's. Yeah, so just more things we find inside this good motor that we got sold. So now we'll probably end up having to buy at least one rod for it. The rest of them look straight, at least to the naked eye, so that's good. Everything else, the pistons all look good. I didn't find any of those broken or anything. But getting ready to get the block cleaned up. I cleaned the head gasket surfaces off, and I got a bunch of dirt down in the cylinders. So I'm going to clean those out, and then I'm going to get ready to hone the block and just keep moving forward on this thing. Got the block all cleaned up. I think I showed that. Got the new main bearings in the block. Got the crank over here, been cleaning it up. Just about ready to get it put back in the motor. Got my assembly lube here. I'm gonna get the crank set down in there, and then I'll start cleaning the caps up and get those put on. Got the block turned back over. Crank's in it like you saw last time. I've been working on the pistons. I've got all the rings put on, all the pistons. This is the new rod that I got. They cleaned the piston up a little better than I did, so that rod's a lot straighter than the last one, so it should be good. Now we're getting ready to use this super awesome ring compressor and get these things slammed down in there. since the last part that you saw, we did get the cam installed, and all but one lifter, because I dropped it on the floor and broke it. So waiting on a new lifter to show up. Gonna go ahead and bolt this down though, just so that I can turn the motor over. I'm gonna put the timing cover and oil pan on, because I also got the oil pump put on. So just gonna try to keep moving forward, get the short block finished up, and then start on the heads. Got the motor turned over. Sorry about the noise, got the heater running, but got the timing cover put on. Got a little bit of silicone in the corners there. Got my new gasket. Probably could have reused the old one because it only had 80 miles on it, but figured I got a new one, so I may as well use it. Get this thrown on here once that silicone tacks up. Oil pan's back on. I didn't record it because you've already seen me do that 2 or 3 times. I lost a bolt here, so that's unfortunate. But other than that, it's all cleaned up. Once I get it all put back together, I'm going to clean it up and probably put a coat of paint on it just to make it look nice. But now that the short block is assembled, it's about time to get started on the heads, which I think I'll do that in another video because this video is already getting pretty long. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and hopefully soon this turd will be off the lift and I can actually drive it.